You guys ready? You guys ready? Boom, 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 boom. What's up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. We're going to be talking about 3 different types of sport bikes and what they are used for. So I just want to say thank you guys for stopping in and peeking at the live stream. This was an impromptu one. Normally you'd have a Wednesday video, but I've been sick. This is the first day I don't sound like Kermit the Frog. I've been pretty damn sick lately, and I've been sick since Friday. And I haven't been on the bike. I haven't done nothing. So, I can't wait to get out to ride. So I'll probably get out to ride after this stream or possibly tomorrow. But definitely going to have a new video up on Friday. So anyways, guys, there's 3 different sport bikes I want to talk about today. First question I'm going to ask you guys, I wanted to see it in the stream. I want to see you guys type it out in the stream is what kind of, if you have a sport bike, what kind of sport bike do you have? Do you have a sport bike, super sport, or sport tour? I want you to answer that in the chat. And then for those that don't have a sport bike, the question for you is, what bike do you have? All right, so we're going to jump into the video topic of today, and we're going to be talking about the 3 different types of sport bikes. And if you're new to the live streams, if you're new to these things, the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, I talk about a specific topic, and then we kind of head on into a Q&A, and I do these live streams for an hour. So if you're catching these absolutely live, thank you for being here. You guys are probably because you guys are the notification squad. Subscribe squad, the people that click subscribe usually don't get notifications. So I guess that doesn't matter anymore. So you have to actually click that bell so you get notified. That's weird. YouTube does something funny. Doesn't matter if you're a subscriber, you have to click that bell. I don't know why. Anyways, so we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about stuff like that. We're going to be talking about the 3 types of sport bikes. First of all, they're mostly built for performance first and comfort second. So just remember that. Remember, sport bikes, these things are designed for the speeds. They usually use a lot more modern race technology. Now, the R&D department, the research and development department, usually spends a lot of their time doing R&D out on MotoGP and all those racetracks. So that's why you get a lot of cool stuff. Hey, what's up, everybody? I see a lot of cool stuff in here. I got some. What's up, Dan Shea? Got your new bike out here. Honda Blackbird, Honda Shadow, 125 Cruiser, 2018 Yamaha FC09 MT09, another MT09. We got a Fat Boy and an Ultra, Vulcan 900. Oh my gosh, you guys got a lot of cool different bikes out there. I got a Sportster. And now to jump back into this thing, is that they come with plastic fairings to cut out the wind resistance. Now, we're not talking about naked bikes, we're talking about sport bikes, okay? So these sport bikes, they have a lot of the fairings. So it's basically like a windscreen, but for the rest of the body. You know what I mean? So that's why it's going to cut out a lot of the wind resistance. Now, that's what all 3 of these bikes have, okay? So let me take off the focus so the webcam doesn't move back and forth because I keep doing this. They come in 3 different main categories, have you noticed, because of the title, sport, super sport, and touring. So you got those main ones right there. Now let's let everybody, make sure you guys share this so we get some people in here. If you have some friends that might want to know about this kind of stuff, please share it with them. Please share this channel. Please share these live streams, everybody. It really helps out. And the more people get in here, the better. So anyways, we got a standard sport bike. Standard sport bikes are the ones that you normally see out there on the road. These are the ones that are typical, like let's just say the Ninja 300 as a one that everybody kind of understands. Now, they're more upright than super sports. Now, super sports are designed a little bit more with the ergonomics to be super tucked in. So like no matter what you do, you're going to be tucked in. Like they're designed that way. So standard sport bikes, the handlebars might be risen a little bit more. The way the forks and everything are designed, it's gonna be pushed up a little bit more. Maybe instead of super rear controls, be more mid/rear, even mid controls sometimes on a standard sport bike. I've actually ridden a few sport bikes that had mid controls, which was actually pretty interesting. So it's more of an upright riding. So it's more comfortable for a normal commuter or consumer that want to have that type of look to a bike, but not necessarily just be in a full tuck racing position going from stoplight to stoplight. So that's what they're designed for. And sometimes they're detuned. So they're the same engine, but they might be flashed by the computer system or even using different parts to where it's not so powerful going from 0 to 30. Let's say 0 to 30 miles per hour. So going from 0 to the speed limit is not going to be super crazy. It's actually going to be detuned to where it's less powerful, but still powerful, more on the upright end. So that way it's a little bit more beginner friendly, a little bit more consumer friendly, a little bit more friendly for the normal rider, not somebody that needs to go 0 to 60 in like 2.6 seconds or something like that. Okay. So a standard sport bike are the sport bikes that you normally see out there on the road. It's the ones that are normally sold out there. And then the people that really, really, really want the super sports, which is the next one we're going to talk about, are the ones that are actually looking out for those. Okay. So for the most part, you're going to be finding regular standard sport bikes. So there's nothing wrong with standard sport bikes. There's nothing wrong with super sports or sport touring that we're going to be talking about. It's just a matter of kind of what you're looking for. So what's up, Devin? How you doing? Julio, the man with the legend. Moto Michelle, how you doing? How's everybody doing, guys? A little impromptu. Airmux just took off the windscreen. Nice, nice. C14 Kawasaki Honda Ground with the Miata. Is like the Miata sport bikes. It's a little tiny thing. Yeah. So the next one is a super sport, guys. The super sport is meant for racing. Okay, so this is the type of bike that you go and you find. I mean, obviously you're not going to have the same exact race tech as the professional riders out there. Okay, so the professional riders out there have professional tires, professional brakes, professional suspension, professional everything, top end tier, just crazy expensive stuff. But you're going to get a compromise, obviously, to make it more affordable to the consumer. But it's going to be that bike. It's going to be that BMW, 1000 RR. It's going to be that, the ZX14. It's going to be the Kawasaki H2. It's that type of bike. It's a super sport bike. It's designed for racing, so it's not going to be detuned. It's going to get you from 0 to 60 or 0 to the speed limit insanely fast. You're probably never going to hit the top gear. You're never probably getting fifth gear, sixth gear during in town. You're probably going to be sitting around in first and second gear like the whole time because you're going way too damn fast. So it's meant for racing. It's not as comfy as a standard because this is now designed for that racing. It's designed for those that want that type of bike. What they see on the MotoGP, that's what the developer, or not the developer, but the manufacturer and the dealer is selling to you. So when you get that race ready, that RR, race ready, race replica, whatever the RR is designed to be stand for, just like Moto Michelle says, my favorite bike is the S1000 RR. That right there is the RR is either race replica, race ready, just it's designed for that. Okay, so just be aware that if you ever get one of those bikes, it's meant for racing. It's meant to go fast. It's meant to be that bike that is on that racetrack, obviously without, the track tires, that only last like 2 laps. It's not out there with the crazy brakes and all that stuff. It's meant a little bit for more on road, but it's definitely for racing. It's definitely going for going fast. Okay. So they're not as comfy as standards usually because they have a different type of ergonomics to where you're more tucked in. It's designed that way. And they're, like I said, they're very, very fast. Zoom, zoom. That was the Mazda. That was the Mazda thing. So guys, now that we got a bunch of people in here, make sure if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I know that a lot of you are already subscribed, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, subscriptions don't matter anymore to YouTube. The algorithm and the way they handle these things is that you don't get notified right away. So if you're not already clicking that notification bell button right below, clicking it and then saying you want to see notifications, then you're doing it wrong. All right, so go ahead and do that. Click that notification bell button. That's how you're gonna be able to see these live streams right when they start up. That we can get the information right away, and then you can join the Q&A after we're done with the common talk, the topic. Sport touring. I wish I could show you a picture. It's basically it's basically a sport bike. It's like a normal sport bike. It's kind of like you can get a sport bike and then you get a super fast bike. So we're gonna start off with one. So sport touring is like a sport bike, but it's still a little bit more upright. Okay, because now we're touring. Okay, so it's a little bit more upright. Yeah, hit that like button. Ride Yo Ride, boy. I love that name. Ride Yo Ride. That's exactly what you should be doing. It's more upright, so the handlebars might be pushed up a little bit more. Sometimes it might be mid controls, but it's definitely gonna be an easier not as aggressive foot position. It usually has saddlebags. It's designed for touring, so it's going to have saddlebags, maybe a top case. So now you have storage options. Okay, so now this is getting into where it's really good for long distance and even good for commuting, because maybe you have to pack some stuff or go to the grocery store after work, put stuff in your saddlebags, and take off. And usually hard case bags too. And they're meant for longer distances, so they're tuned more so for running at a higher speed in a higher gear for long distances, and a long time. So sport touring is a little bit different in that aspect. So now there's some lower end in terms of power sport touring bikes out there, to where let's say it's a 600. Okay, so like a 600cc bike, it's like a normal sport bike, but now it has saddlebags and it's more of a touring bike. Cool. You still get some good power, still get some good long distance, still get some good commuting. It's like the best of both worlds. It's almost like a dual sport in terms of a dirt bike and on-road bike. You get the best of both worlds. Then you get some really crazy sport tour bikes that have like 1000cc, 1200cc, 1600cc, insanely powerful, to where you can go on interstate in third gear and just kind of cruise, third and fourth gear and just cruise. So they're super powerful bikes. And on top of that, it's cheaper insurance because they're considered sport tour bikes, but they could definitely kick the ass of a regular sport bike of how powerful they are. They actually are some of them are almost as powerful, if not as powerful, as super sport bikes. So you're going to have to definitely look into that. But they don't look like super sport bikes because of the saddlebags and the kind of the way the ergonomics look, but they're damn powerful. So you might want to check some of those out if you like some power and you want some stuff. All right. So like I said, make sure you click that notification bell button. It does help out. So we just went over the 3 types of sport bikes: standard sport bike, super sport bike, and sport touring. I just wanted to make this a nice and easy topic to kind of jump back into it, because I've been sick. I've been a little bit sick lately, but I got some amazing news that's coming up. I got a lot of cool things that are coming up. Okay, so we're going to kind of jump into the Q&A type section. So from now on, let's see. Starting now, after lock turn, he said H2SX. After that, we're going to get into the Q&A. So if you have any questions for me, if you have anything that you would like to ask, if there's anything that you would like to just say, like tell me about your day. Tell me about, or write in the comments. Talk to the crew in here. Talk about how, you went out for a ride, or you couldn't go for a ride, or whatever it is, what kind of bike you have, what you just bought a helmet, anything that you want to do. Anything you want to talk about. So we got the Vampiric Oable CBR 500R, my first bike. Brandon Benton, when are you going to do a meetup in Tucson again? Bobby Easy says DDFM Campout. The DDFM Campout is April 14th. The next Tucson meetup, I'm not too sure. I'm about to be moving in this weekend. I'm going to be moving into my new house. So I got that going on for me. I got some stuff that I'm working on with some insurance companies. If you're part of the Discord lounge, you kind of know what's going on there. But we're getting some really cool stuff to where we're taking this thing big. We're taking the DDFM crew big. I got a book that I've been spending my whole feverish sickness for the past week, basically writing out. I've had a concept of it. It's amazing. It's a badass. I can't wait to share with you. It's gonna be a compilation of my whole channel in the form of one book. Okay, so you're gonna have a helmet guide, jacket guide, glove guide, pant guide, boot guides. What else? You're gonna have, action steps, a bunch of other stuff that you're gonna definitely want to get to start riding, and then I'm gonna get you to while you start riding, and then I'm gonna give you. There's just so much stuff, guys, that I have planned for you guys. I cannot wait to share with you. Oh, whoa. 1 sec. What do we have here? Justin Duran. I'm waiting for that thing to pop up here. I see a super chat, guys. Oh, we need to change this thing. Justin, it's not popping up. There we go. Justin, boys, getting this ball rolling. Go join DanDan's Patreon. Drop him a few shekels so he can get on the road and meet us, boys. Exactly. Yeah. There we go. It wouldn't let me do it for a little second. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. We're going to change the Patreon goal. We passed the Patreon goal because I haven't streamed in a while, to be honest. So we're going to try to get Let's try 260. Let's try to get 260. We're at 253 out of 500 patrons. Let's get to 260, guys. Let's get to 260. This is something that I'm trying to get. I'm trying to make it to where it'd be something for where I can go meet you guys and hang out with you guys. So Juan says, I just got the fuel management unit on my bike, still getting some deceleration pop. What do you suggest? So Juan, is it the fuel pack that you're talking about? If you're auto tuning, you're gonna get that until you finish auto tuning. Ugly Bros for pants. Those removable knee pads are killer. Yeah, Ugly Bros for pants are really good. They look badass and they're really good abrasion resistance. So I highly recommend Ugly Bros. Same over here in Germany. Saturday, the weather should get better. Already planned a ride. Yeah, I was going to go out for a ride around 1 p.m. today, and it started hailing. I decided not to. And I was going to ride at around 3:30, but I fell asleep, and I had to pick up my daughter, so can't work. I got an Intruder 1500 used. I'll get a Concours 14 used because I'm cheap. So a Concours 14 is what I was talking about. Those things are fast. Sport touring bike. Yes, I know. Can't wait till better weather. So I was supposed to get the Gloss Black Rebel 5 Hundo, but they don't have them anywhere near me, so I'll be getting the 2019 flat black model this weekend. Shout out to Cochise Motorsports. Sierra Vista, boys. Nice. They don't make a fuel pack for your bike. Yeah, so if you're doing some type of tuning system on your bike, you're going to get some decel pop. Like right now, my bike is not running the best it can possibly run because it's auto-tuned. It's being auto-tuned. So once the auto-tune finishes, it should get a lot better. But yeah, it's definitely that. So we have some stuff here, guys. We have some stuff here. I did ask, if people what kind of bikes they have, if they have a sport bike, and then I also asked if you don't have a sport bike, what kind of bike you have. If you just now joined the conversation, please type in the chat what kind of bike you have or what kind of bike you actually want. And I see a lot of Rebel 500s. Rebel 500s are nifty bikes. I have a Rebel 500. Actually, Nikki has a Rebel 500. It's such a fun bike. You guys are lucky that just have rain, not worry about snowing here. Oh, yeah, it sucks. Until today, the weather has been garbage. Wanted to ride today, but woke up with a gnarly chest cold, Justin says. I know, it's going around, guys. Getting sick's going around. I've been sick since Friday. It's just now cleared up a little bit to where I feel like I can go work out today. You definitely don't want to work out when you're sick because you just compromise your immune system a little bit more. But guys, if you would love to help support the channel, patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman is the way to do it. YouTube demonetized my last injury video, and I want to do some more injury videos because I think that is something that everybody should know about. So if you want to help out, if you want to support the channel, if you want to support what we do here, swing on by patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman. All right. Dirty carb. Okay, so I see some people helping out here. This is great. I love it. This is the whole point of the DDFM crew, the DDFM channel here. I also got a Ruckus. Oh man, I kind of want a Ruckus. Really bad. You got an 2017 Iron 83. Yeah, boy. Got another Harley up in here. I don't care what you ride, but I mean, it's always good to see another Sportster. The manual's awesome. Eleanor, yeah, so that's another thing. Eleanor, if you could explain like what the manual is for everybody, because I bet you if you say it, it comes off a little bit better than if I say it. But yeah, for $1 you get the DDFM training manual, guys. $1 a month. And soon, here's the thing: once my book comes out, everybody, the DDFM training manual, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be free. I'm gonna let that DDFM training manual website, I'm gonna open up to the public. It's gonna be absolutely free. And then the book itself is going to be this huge, comprehensive 50-plus page book, guys. It's going to be 50-plus page, complete beginner's guide. It's a 3-module type thing. It's 3 modules, just like how about? Do you want me to just explain what the book's going to be about? I've seriously had like my mind going crazy creatively because I couldn't leave the house because of how sick I was, really. And I already wrote out 40 pages rough draft. And I still got another 15 to 20 pages to go, but that's all outlined. I just need to write it out. I have it all. I'll have all the ideas. So you guys want to know what it is that the book's going to be about? What it's going to be about? Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be something that think of my whole channel put into a book that's easy to read. So whenever somebody says, "Man, like when should I replace my helmet?" and I'm like, "It's in the book." Was it how can I practice my figure eights? It's in the book. Because I always get these questions, and it's like, I have a video for that. I have a video for that. I have a video for that. It's like, why don't I just make it all into a book that's easy to read? And I want to make it into an ebook also for a lot cheaper. Well, it's all going to be cheap, but I'm going to make an ebook so it's easy to find stuff too. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be paper, and it's going to be an actual ebook. Brandon Benton, I met you last year at AZ Bike. We're looking forward to when you do another meetup. 2017 ZX 6R 636. Yeah, Brandon. Are you gonna go to AZ Bike Week this year also? I plan on doing it. The book be pop up? No, but it will be. I'm gonna have special pages just for you, Roy, to where it's gonna just be pictures. Okay, it's gonna be nice big pictures with nice big outlines for you to color in. Okay. I just got your microphone in the mail. Any tips? So Dan Shea, if you're talking about the Sony ECM CS3, I recommend getting a little dead cat like this. Now what you can do is you go to Hobby Lobby, get some of the faux fur fabric, cut up little pieces, wrap around the mic, and then either staple it or somehow wrap it around and then put it inside the helmet. And then plug that into, I don't know what kind of thing you have. I use a task cam, so that's kind of how I go. Do you guys want me to make a coloring book section? I could definitely make a book. Oh man, I could definitely put a section in there that's just for coloring. Cena 20s, Cena 20s. I don't know exactly if you can hook it up to that. I would not know. That would be a question that, like, I would have to look more into that. Just bought a Tascam DR05 myself. Yeah, they're great. They're great things. It's awesome. Stopped working, got it fixed, and the next day the lambda sensor malfunctioned and the engine exploded. Oh shit, that sucks. Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that. So guys, if you would like to help out the channel, please, like I said, swing by the Patreon. It's $1 a month. If you'd love to support it, we're at 253 out of 500. Once we hit 500, I'm going to be traveling the country to come meet you guys and hang out. And I'm in talks right now. I'm not the type of person that likes to talk about stuff before it happens, but I'm in talks right now to work with Progressive Insurance. Since you guys are live, I'll let you guys a little bit in on that. So we're doing big things here, guys. We're doing big things in here. Okay. So we'll see. I might work with Flo from Progressive. Anyways, will we be seeing any and or more dual vlogs? It's awesome to relate with new rider in your video's opinion. Garen, I would love to. It's getting warmer out. That is a question for Nikki. She should be in here. As a question for Nikki, I just ordered a maintenance kit for her, so I'm gonna change out her oil filter and oil and all that stuff. So we're going to be hopefully riding, once we get to the new house, we'll be riding around the neighborhood doing some more dual vlogs. So yes, you will be seeing some more on the channel. It's just a matter of getting her to ride. And I love to ride with her. I would ride with Matt, but he's not riding. He doesn't have a bike anymore. So we're going to be doing that stuff. Yes, Eleanor, thank you so much. Eleanor is talking about the DDFM training, or the Patreon. Juan Suev is always with the woos over here. Renew 59 to Canada. I would love to go to Canada. I don't know how hard it would be to get there. I would love to. I've never been to Canada. Might look into it. By the time I hit 500 patrons, I might be able to do that. So guys, swing on over to patreon.com/DanDanTheFireman for that. What should I do if I come across gravel on the road? Should I avoid it at all costs or slow down and go over it? Slow down and go over it. If you have to, if it's in the road and you can't get around it without having to turn around and go a different route, go over it. Just go over it, nice and easy. Straighten the bars, straighten everything. Go over it, nice and easy. But if it's like in a small patch and there's like a patch that doesn't have gravel and you can go around it, yeah, just go around it. If you can. If you can't, then you can't. It should be fine. On turns, it's more of an issue. If on turns, take it nice and slow. And that's one of those things, guys. Sorry, I got distracted. The DDFM training manual, or not manual, the book that I have coming out. So the way I'm going to structure it, okay, the way I'm structuring it is I was trying to think, how can I make this book? Like, I want to make this book. I started off just making a book, and I was like, man, this is good. I like it. Okay, cool. I got 40 pages done. This is a good book. It has 40 pages without pictures yet, so it's perfect. Now I'm going to add pictures to give it more context and everything. I was like, man, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And I started thinking, it's like, so standard. It's just an ebook. It's so typical of what people put out already. It's like it's not unique, It's not like something that I feel 100% about. Just in the structure. I mean, the content is great. I love the content. It's just, and I start thinking, what is it that I know? Boom! It hit my head. I was like, we already are the DDFM crew. Dan and the firemen, firefighters. What's the structure of firefighting? What's the academy like? Oh, why don't I just make it like the probationary manual that you get when you join the fire service? So in the fire service, for the first year, you're on probation. So you're basically a at-will employee. You're being tested, right? You're being tested. But during that probationary year, you're the new guy. You have a manual that you have to study. You have to go through all the process. You have to go through all the stuff. You have to learn. You have to research, do this and this and this. I was like, that's a lot like motorcycling? That's a lot like what I'm doing here. So why don't I create a DDFM training manual, an academy book, a probationary book? I'm still working on it, but call it something like that. 3 modules. Okay, so the first module is how to get into motorcycling. Okay. Because I know there's a lot of books out there. It's like it's encompassing. It's like, man, I already ride. I don't need this whole section. I just want to get to the nitty gritty. So what I'm doing is the first module is how to get into motorcycling. So it talks about the gear guide for every single piece of gear, the gear guide. I got a gear guide for helmets, jackets, pants, gloves, boots. It's like 30, 40 pages of that, or 20, 30 pages of that. Then I talk about injuries. I talk about the motorcycle controls. I talk about 6 common types of motorcycles out there, the pros and cons of those. What else do I have on there? I got 10 action steps of like how to get started in motorcycling and where to start getting motorcycling. Boom, that's module 1. Module 2, I'm working on module 2 still a little bit. And module 2 will be practicing, like getting on the bike, learning the friction zone, all that stuff. Boom, big old section, how to practice, common situations you might run into when you first start riding, the first month or two you start riding. And then the module 3 is going to be special situations, like definitely special situations, stuff that you might see on the road. And it's basically going to be my whole YouTube channel of tips. My whole channel of tips. I've got 900 videos, and I squished it down in the top like 50 to 60 tips. Winter riding or cold weather riding, hot weather riding in the mountains, riding in the wind, riding on the interstate, long distance riding, motorcycle camping. What else? Common motorcycle mistakes, common hazards, ways cars, things to watch out with cars, things to watch out with roads, things to watch out with animals. All these things. What's up, Matt? All these things, guys, all these things encompassed into one giant book. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. I'm going to have it all in one book, but I'm also going to have it to where if you don't want Module 1 or Module 3, you can buy everything separately. It's all going to be the same price. Okay, so I'm not going to charge you extra for buying them all separately. But I have it all pretty much done. Can't wait for it. I'm super excited. Oh yeah, I would love to do it. I'd love to do it. So now I'm gonna get back to. I was looking at the screen right here, or the webcam right here. I'm gonna look at the screen real quick. You got 6, missed the class. Yeah, that sucks. They have you run out and get those stretchers, those host stretchers. Dan, how about making your book into an audiobook too? Love listening to something while wrenching. Why not make it useful? Yeah, might as well. I would love to. I could definitely do something like that. I definitely could. I'd have to figure out how, because a lot of it's instructional and a lot of it has pictures for context. But I can definitely do something like that. It'd be a podcast style audiobook where I would definitely be reading from my book, but I'll give you my 2 cents while I'm doing it. That'd be great. That's a great idea. Hey, Matt. I started writing in 2011. Wish it was sooner. Yeah, I started writing in 2011 too, man. We're both the same time. Garon, there are these jeans by Revit that have this incredible waterproofing where the water just rolls off. They don't look too clunky. Revit Orlando H2O if you're interested. That's interesting. Hey, Michael, yeah, boy. From San Diego. The wind today in UK was so bad. That sucks. How about some protective jeans and rain overpants? Yeah, that you could also do that. You can get some overpants, guys. Remember this. You can get some regular jeans, just wear regular pants, regular whatever you're wearing. Then you can get protective overpants that zip up over those, so it has armor and it's impact resistant and abrasion resistant. And then whenever you get to where you need to go, you just zip those off, throw them in a backpack or saddlebags, or put them on the bike. Hopefully nobody steals them, and you're good to go. But guys, all this work with the book and everything, since I couldn't ride, I made sure I wasn't just sitting at home doing nothing. I literally wrote out 40 to 50 pages of stuff. Okay, it's a lot of information. It's a lot of stuff. Um, I really want it to be of value to. I'm not gonna. I already plan on making the whole thing $10. Okay, so it's gonna be like almost 60 pages worth of information. My whole channel compressed into one thing. It's $10, and then each one of those or no, it won't be. I think the minimum I could do is 12. So $12. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how Amazon puts it up. But I definitely want to make the ebooks as cheap as possible. And then for those that are senior crew members and above on Patreon, you're gonna get them for free. You're gonna get it for free. Okay, senior crew and above, you get these audio, or you get these ebooks. You get ebooks for free. Okay, you're gonna get it for free. So if you sign up for that, you not only get the ebook for free, you get all these other perks. You get all these other things that are part of Patreon. For $1 a month, you get the DDFM training manual. $5 a month, you get a bunch of extra perks on Discord. $20 a month, you get a bunch of perks and all that other stuff. And then we got Dan Shea as a legend over here. First 50 buyers get a DDFM calendar too, Jessica. that would be funny. That would be. I got a green screen, so I could totally make a lot of these things happen. Seriously, it really does suck. I was literally being pushed side to side on the road. Yeah, that wind is a terrible thing when you're out riding. It really is. I have regular Wranglers and leather chaps. Yeah, you're gonna need some impact resistance though, bro. You got to get something for some knee protection at minimum, man. Scorpion Seattle overpants are awesome. I gotta look into that. Air Mux, once again, thank you for becoming a patron. Had to avoid some twigs my last ride, which came down to wind suddenly out of the twisties. That was rather challenging. All right, Moto Michelle, thank you for swinging by. Thank you. I know you're in the UK, so it's probably late for you. I appreciate you coming over and saying hi. So, guys, once again, make sure you are a part of the DDFM crew, either on Discord or Patreon. Discord is absolutely free. I'm thinking about creating another lounge just for the Discord for those that are free. On the Discord we have it's free. On the Discord we have new rider questions, maintenance and gear, mental health section. Okay, just like my Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. For patrons, $1 and up, we have a crew lounge, crew lounge, the suggestions and feedback, motorcycle media, food and drinks, pet picks, camping, a gaming section, all the voice channels, all the other stuff for $1 a month. If you would like to support the channel, swing on by. Let's get to 260 total patrons today, right here, total patrons today, and that will be amazing. But let's go over it real quick. I see that we have some new people in here. Let's go over real quick of the three types of sport bikes that we have. Okay, so let's do it real quick. It didn't take very long the first time. So we're gonna go over it real quick. So I'm gonna answer this one question. I'm gonna jump back in it. So Julio, the man, the myth, the legend. How do I minimize pain and cramping in my throttle hand? Don't squeeze so hard. That's one thing. You could be getting cramps and getting some fatigue in your hand, especially the pain. It's because you're squeezing hard. It doesn't take that much. Relax that. Grab with your legs. Relax the upper body. Imagine trying to write your name, squeezing that pen or pencil super hard. You're going to get tired quick. If you just relax, you can write for a while. Same thing with riding. Relax, squeeze the tank, grab onto the bike with your legs and feet, relax the upper body. Okay? Let's see. It thinks my watch thinks I've been working out for 10 minutes because I've been moving my hands. I talk with my hands. That is insane. I burned 47 calories, guys. So anyways, we're going to talk about three types of sport bikes. First of all of them they are mostly built for performance first and comfort second, okay, for the most part. Sport tours, kind of the exception to that. They usually use a lot of more modern race technology. So technology as in anti-wheelie, like a wheelie protection, where it cuts off a little bit of power to the rear wheel if it feels like the gyroscopic forces are causing it to wheelie. Lean angle protection, so if it feels like it's going to low slide, it'll actually protect itself just a little bit. And a few other things like that, like ABS and everything. They usually come with plastic fairings to cut out wind resistance, okay? I'm not cheating. I move my hand around a lot. It thinks I'm working out. See, it literally says 11. It says I've been working out for 11 minutes. They come with plastic fairings to cut wind resistance for the most part, unless you get a naked bike. That's why they're called naked bikes, because they don't have the fairings. It's you can get, I mean, a naked bike is basically just a sport bike with no fairings. Maybe a little bit of changes to it, but for the most part, it's a sport bike with no fairings. But yeah, anyways, they come in 3 main categories. Now I said main. There's some other categories out there that sport bikes have, but these are the main ones. Okay, so you have the sport bike, the super sport, and the touring sport touring bikes. Okay, so the standard sport bike. Okay, the standard sport bike is more upright than super sports. Okay, super sports are super tucked in because you're racing type of bike. Standard sport bikes are more so for the consumer, more so for the commuter, more so for the person that just wants to get into motorcycling, likes the look of sport bikes, wants a sport bike. That's where you go. That's what you get, unless you're looking for a super sport, which is, we're going to talk about that. These are detuned so that they're more usable. They have more usable power for the street. Now I say street, there's street and track. Track is different. Street is going from home to work, home to doing a hobby, going from home to picking up some errands, or just riding around having fun out on the street. Okay, with traffic, with lights, with road hazards, with all that stuff. Says I've been working out for 12 minutes, 30 seconds, boys. Super sports. They're the bikes that you see out on like MotoGP. You know, it's you're gonna see a lot of those types of bikes. If that's the bike you want, they have a super sport version of it, which is obviously detuned from the high end parts. You know, it doesn't have the track tires. It doesn't have the insane brakes that they have. It doesn't have the suspension. It might have like a couple steps below, but it's still a super powerful bike. So usually find those like the BMW SRR or S1000RR. So like the double R is either race ready, race replica. If you see something with an R on the end of it, it's usually the super sport version of it. So it's tuned more so for speed, tuned more so for power. It's just like buying a Lambo, you know, you get that if you want something with speed. You might get something a little bit less, and then that's your version of a sport bike. But it's not as comfy as a standard. It's more tucked in. It's more, aggressive. So for longer distances, it's not going to be the best. But for the fun in that short time, it's going to be amazing, and they're very fast. The next one is sport touring, more upright and comfy. You're going to have it's designed for longer distance, maybe and commuting. So it's going to be more upright, a little bit less strain on your back, a little bit less strain on your hips and arms. Usually has saddlebags, and like I said, it's meant for longer distance. You America, boy, became a patron. Dang, went out and did it before I could finish. Woo! Thank you so much. We are at 253, boys. 253. Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Now that we got over the sport bikes, now that we talked about the 3 different sport bikes, let's get back into the questions. Let's get back into the chit chat. Chit chat, boys. Let's get back into the chit chat. Yeah, Dan Shea had a Sportster. He went out and decided, you know what? I'm gonna buy an FXDR. Screw your Sportster. So you know what, Dan? You were a part of the Sportster club. You're not my friend anymore because you got an FXDR. You're not a Sportster, bruh. Like, I'm just kidding. That's cool though. It has more power, and you said it feels safer. So that's awesome, man. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. You should have got an Indian. Just saying. That's so cool though. Now you can't have anyone on the bike though. Now you can't have anyone on the back of the bike, but that thing's powerful. I went out and got 3 entree at Panda today and used my backpack to hold it in front of me. Almost flew away at speed. Brett Huerta. Yeah, Matt. He went out and got the FXDR. You should. We talked to him during our live stream. He should have drove all the way down here. Got himself an Indian from Indian Motorcycle Tucson. Just giving you a hard time, man. I'm glad you're riding. Glad you were riding. They have a passenger? I thought the tail end was all carbon fiber and you couldn't get a passenger thing on it. Damn, I'm wrong. That's cool though. Then how it's gonna be? They're gonna fly off the back. I think it's powerful. I think it's insane. But how you liking it, man? How you liking? How you liking that big ass rear wheel? That rear wheel. Yeah. See, look at see that right there. That right there is the sign of a good dealer. That right there is the sign. Buy whatever the hell you want to buy. If you want to buy from me, buy from me. If you want to buy a freaking whatever, buy whatever you want. See that right there, everybody. Indian Motorcycle Tucson. No, that's what I love. I love about the motorcycling community, and it's one thing that I love about what we do here on this channel is that we're all inclusive, guys. We're all inclusive, and we help each other out, and we do all these things. It's really awesome. So you've been doing slow maneuvers. It's forward controls, right? It's forward controls, pretty aggressive. Guys, the FXDR is that new softtail, the newest softtail that. Well, it's not the newest one. Didn't they just come out with the? Oh, they came out with the Electra Glide. It's one of the newest softtails that Harley came out with. Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. So, guys, we talked about 3 different sport bikes. Out here. And sorry, I talk so fast that I inhale and I forget to breathe out, so I burp a lot. So, I'm having a lot of fun, guys. We talked about 3 different types of sport bikes: standard sport bike, super sport, and sport touring. So, what kind of bike, like, if you had to choose, like, or not? It's not necessarily if you had to choose. What do you think is the most useful to you? Okay, so like for me, so there's a standard sport bike, super sport, sport touring. So if I had to choose like what I would get the most use out of, what I would utilize the most in terms of what they were designed for. If I had to get a bike right now with the current situation I'm in, where I have a car already, so if I have to go get groceries, I'll just take the car. I personally don't need to go super fast. Like I have no problem not going fast. So I think if I had to choose between those 3 types of sport bikes, I would choose the standard sport bike, and I think I'd probably get like a 400 or a 600. Nothing crazy. That way I can, if I wanted to, I could take it out to a track day and see what I could do with that type of CC range. So what would you like to use in your situation right now? When it comes to a sport bike. And I understand a lot of you guys like cruisers and stuff, but just think about it. It's just a sport bike in term. That's what today's topic is. So let's say you already have a bike, you already have a sport bike, and you want to go faster, then maybe your choice is a super sport. So what would you like to get? And let me know. Sport touring would be most useful to you, Eleanor. That'd be great. Sport touring would be the most useful to Steve. So I see a lot of sport touring would be pretty dang useful for everybody. I'd rather have a ZX14R though. So off subject, if you make it on tour to Springfield, Missouri area, you've got to drop in to Just For Him Men's Stuff Store. They have a nice selection of beard grooming paraphernalia. You make it sound like it's illegal. What kind of stuff do they have there, man? What kind of stuff do they have in there? No, I would love to. I need to get my beard trimmed up. After this live stream, I'm gonna give my dog a trim. I'm gonna give her a mullet, but this week I'm gonna give this a nice little trim, so it looks nice and good. Sport touring would be the most versatile, but once again, like it's what you can have. Like, well, let's say you already have a sport touring, so like, would you want to get another sport touring? Do you already have a bike, or do you already have something that is basically like a station wagon of bikes? I mean, a sport touring isn't a station wagon. I mean, you get some powerful ones for fun, but just saying, like you could definitely get like a super sport and have a little bit of fun. I got a car, so I don't think I would need a sport touring because then I could just take the car to get groceries instead of the sport touring bike. Let's see, super sport. I would use a sport tour as I live in an area where the closest town is 30 minutes away and the roads are very bumpy. Yep, see that's there you go. So you guys are now thinking of what kind of bikes are out there, what kind of bikes that you would love to have, and what would fit your situation. So that's kind of what you need to do when you're thinking about what kind of bike you want to buy. You don't need to have lots of power to have fun. If you want to ride badly, take it, and you can always upgrade. Yeah, you don't have to. Honda CTX 700 Sport Touring, Roy Brooks said. You don't have to have a lot of power to have fun. I have a lot of fun on the 250s out in class at Ride Arizona MTC. Love my cruiser, would not give it up. I love mine too. I really do. I would give it up for the Indian FTR 1200S, but the goal is to have both. From those three, I'd get a super sport leader bike, either R1 or S1000 double R. Besides those, I'd stick with the Naked family. So Mario, that's a good. I like your opinion on that. So to expand on it, this is kind of what I do is I expand on people's questions. That way, I can make videos out of them. Obviously. So why would you stick with the Naked family? Why would you stick with the Naked family? What makes it to where you like the Naked family more so than the sport bike family? And I talked about the three when I talked about the three types. I said that they usually have fairings to cut out the wind resistance, and Naked bikes don't. So there's that difference. But is it the looks? Is it the feel? Is it the feel of the wind? What is it to you that you like? Brett Huerta Ducati Multistrada, stable and fast for new 59. It's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. That's true. Hyper Motard would be fun. Me too for the Indian. I like Naked better than not Naked though. I like both though. I like both though. Can we get an A in the chat? Can we get an A in the chat? FZ1 is more comfortable than an AR and an R1, at least for me. So I'd have to try that out. I think a lot has to do with the ergonomics. I think the sport bikes might have more of an aggressive stance, and then the Naked bikes have less of an aggressive stance. Oh, we got another super chat or another patron. Mateus Munoz pledged $5, boys. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. We got another patron, boys. We got another patron. Yeah. Thank you so much. We're going to be streaming for the next 10 to 12 minutes. I just want to say thank you. We're at 254 out of 500 patrons. Once you become a patron, you get access to a lot of stuff, guys. If you don't know what Patreon is, that is what supports the channel. It's what supports the channel. I have a ton of videos coming up. If you saw towards the beginning of this weekend, I had a poll. I had 2 polls of like 9 to 10 videos of what you guys wanted to see next. And I can tell you right now, half of those are going to demonetize because of the title. So if you definitely would like to help out to where I can keep doing this full time, please become a patron. $1 a month. Join the club. Join the crew. And help support the channel. It's what makes everything possible. I don't really do track days, so I tend to stick with performance tune for the street. So, okay. But Mario, here's another thing is with track days, like I want to do a track day with my cruiser. And here's why, because I want to learn. I want to learn from a track coach. So the more training I get from different specialties, the better I can be. So let's say as a firefighter, if I wanted to be better at my job, I mean, firefighting encompasses everything. The public safety encompasses everything. So if I want to be a better firefighter, I would look into possibly being a hazmat specialist or a hazmat technician. I'd look into technical rescue technician, so all the rope rescue, swift water rescue. I'd look into fire inspection. I'd look at all these different specialties in the fire service. Same thing with motorcycling. All these different specialties in motorcycling. You got off-road, you got dirt bike riding, you got 3-wheel, you got scooter, you got obviously 2 wheels. So you got all the advanced classes, all the beginner classes, all the bike bonding classes, the police course training, the track days, the supermoto days, like all these different things. I definitely want to do that stuff. And nobody cares, Matt. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that you are a rope rescue tech and a confined space tech and a hazmat tech. because you know what, Matt? Your moto's with Matt, not DanDanTheFireman. Boys. Yeah, boys! I should have had that caffeine pill before the stream. Holy crap. Woo! All right. So, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on camera. I haven't done a live stream in a while, so I feel pretty energetic here. I'm all three. Oh, see, Dan's all three. Boys. I really wish I could go rip my bike as hard as possible, but with the new engine, I'm back on the run-in period. Yeah, take it easy, man. I actually had a guy that I'm not going to say any more about that part, but actually knew somebody that just put in a 1200 conversion kit in their 883, and they just did it like the day before, and they were running that thing hard, and they were leaking oil through the cams and everything. It was disgusting. I basically just ruined his new upgrade and his bike possibly. So yeah, take it nice and easy. Yeah, boy. Macho Man Danny Savage. I might have to change my name to that. Spencer passed the BRC course last week and taking the BRC late April. Your U-turn videos helped. Spencer, everybody give Spencer an oh yeah or a woo or whatever the heck you guys want to give him. Everybody say congrats to Spencer for passing the BRC course. You are on your way to maintaining a safe riding career. So congratulations, Spencer Brooks, in the chat. Woo, boys! Awesome, Spencer. Congrats, Spencer. Congrats. Yeah. I love it. I love hearing those stories. I've gotten a few. Instagram is a really hard way of getting a hold of me. I either have to be looking at my phone and willing to actually send a chat back to you on Instagram, but I got a lot of private messages that I still have to get through. But I get a lot of really good ones. I actually got one recently that said that, hey, I saw your Ride Arizona MTC. I live out here in Tucson, and I want to start riding. I signed up for a class at the end of the month. Will you be there? And I text Trina from Ride Arizona MTC. I said, hey, I got you a guy. He signed up. I want to teach, or at least want to be there. And she's like, all right, you available? I said, yes. So I'm going to be teaching at the end of the month at Ride Arizona MTC for the BRC1. And I'm going to be teaching one of our guys, one of the DDFM crew. And we only got 4 students right now. We need to let's get 2 more. Let's try our best. So if you are local, if you're here in Tucson, okay, if you're here in Tucson or near Tucson, Arizona, and you want to take a class, Ride Arizona MTC, I will be teaching that class. And if for some reason I can't teach that class, I will be there. I will show up. I will help out. I'll hang out with you. So please swing on by Ride Arizona MTC. And sign up for a class, guys. Sign up for a class. If you want me to train you, if you want me to teach you, make sure you guys go out there and be a part of that, okay? Ask for me, and I'll try my absolute best to swing by and help out. Giacomo Di Gesso! Yeah, Instagram seems to be messing up for me right now, but I've been getting a lot of hey guys, I've been getting a lot of private messages and emails and Discord messages, comments in the comment section saying, hey, I just went and took a class. Hey, I'm looking to take class, or I just passed it. You've been helpful. You got me into riding. Those are the things that I love. Those are the things that really keep me going. One thing, I never really thought of myself as a motivator. I just have fun. I'm just having fun. Yeah, Facebook and IG has been funky all day, especially for me. I don't look at myself as a motivator, but it seems like a lot of people like what I do and how I do it. So one thing that really gets me going, and one thing that I heard or I listened to a lot of audiobooks, and one of the guys isn't a motivator himself, and he says that one thing that really gets motivators going is the fact that we're motivating you. So when you make those stories, that motivates me to motivate you. So tell me your stories. That's why I love to hear what you guys have to say. I loved hearing what you guys have to say. I love hearing your accomplishments. I love hearing the fact that you're out riding and you're being safe. So Dan, every single time you send me an email, every single time you send me a message saying, "Hey, I got this. I got gear because of you." I absolutely love it. I love it. At no point is any of that stuff a bother to me. What makes me do what I want to do. Moto, I'm just cooler than you. That's all it is. Matt, I'm just cooler than you. Hey, Air Mux, a Europe tour. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. If we get to the point where the Patreon, maybe at 500 patrons, I might be able to do a Europe and USA tour. I don't know. I put 500 because that's where I figure the budget would go, especially with $1 patrons. But if we get a bunch of $5 patrons, man, I might be able to do a Europe tour. I would love to. So I saw somebody saying they're going to do a probationary manual. B-Boy Cotanaro, going for my probationary test in a few hours. So you finished up your year and you're going to take your test? Good luck, dude. Don't worry about it. Relax. Take your time. You got it, man. If you made it that far, you're doing fine. Dan Shea, oh, he knows everything about that then. American Freedom Logistics, see you guys. Guys, join the Patreon so Dan can come to Europe. Yeah, boys! I would love to come to Europe, guys. I really would. Here's the thing is, not only am I going to go out and meet you guys, but I'm going to fulfill something that I've always wanted to do, and I want to go travel. Okay, I love driving. I love going and seeing things, and I'd love to share that with my family. I'd love to bring them with me, and I'd love to come meet you guys at the same time. You know, kill two birds with one stone. I think it'd be the biggest blessing in the world. And to support the channel, patreon.com is the one place where it allows me to budget. So that right there makes it to where my YouTube is more, what's the word? It's not profitable. It's not profitable. It grows. I can't even think right now. So I use a lot of that. I use a lot of that money to research and figure out how I can make YouTube better. So right now I'm doing a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, I'll take motos with Matt with me. I'm just kidding. I'll take Ben. Boys, so please, guys, swing on by. Please come before Brexit. I heard they just did something recently about there's like a divorce clause with Brexit. Like they're not going to leave unless they get something out of it. You know, like divorces. Yeah, been on my learners for nearly 14 months now. I learned a lot from watching you. Yeah, boy. Congrats, man. You're gonna do fine. You're absolutely gonna do fine. Just take it nice and easy. Don't. The biggest thing is the people that know a lot stress. Isn't that weird? The people that are smart stress a lot. The people that know a lot stress a lot. The ones that think they know it all don't stress a lot, and then they pass for some reason. They just somehow wing it. So the ones that stress out a lot and the ones that know all of it, they get to the test, they fail just because they're like, thinking too hard, made a mistake, get messed up. Gotta relax. Just gotta relax, man. You've been training. Yeah, an awesome question from you. Forgot. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. So normally today I would have had a video out. Today I would have. I was going to talk about my progressive suspension, or the finishing up of my auto-tune session on my Vance and Hines exhaust. But like I said, like right now I could feel my nose starting to get congested, so I'm gonna have to take a Dayquil pretty soon. So I've been sick, but I'm gonna be out riding tomorrow. I'm gonna spend all day tomorrow and Friday editing, so I can have a video out for you guys on Friday, and then I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff edited out for next week. But this weekend I'm gonna be moving. So guys, I'm in busy. This first 3 months of this year has been it's busy, but I got some really cool things that are in the pipeline for from April, May, June, possibly July. It's a 3 to 4 month thing. So just real quick, hey Matt, I might be working with Progressive Insurance, like the nationwide company, the multi-million-dollar company. I might be partnered with them. So anyways, a lot of cool things. I'll send you a message. I'll send you a text message. But yeah, I got hopefully I'll be able to get a 3-month contract with them. So I got a lot of stuff coming up. Okay, and I wouldn't be here. Yeah, like Flow. Seriously, like the marketing company that is in charge of Flow. Like the ones that make her commercials, I might be working with them. I just had a phone meeting earlier today, and I got a sponsorship proposal and partnership proposal. So anyways, that'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool if I was the new Flow? How freaking Oh my gosh, that would be insane. Wouldn't that be insane, guys? And here's the thing: is you guys can help me out with that. You guys could definitely help me out with that. Let people know who I am. I could be the new Flow. You know what I mean? I'd love to give you guys discounts. I would love it. DDFM crew discounts? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys, but it's been 1 hour, 1 minute. We got a few patrons here, so I just want to say thank you to those patrons. Guys, if you want to swing by and support the channel monetarily, because YouTube likes to be a little funky with their monetization. They're not usually very good about it. I don't trust YouTube. I trust you guys. I make videos for you, by you, for you, all those things. Buy all those things and stuffs. So thank you guys so much for becoming patrons. I appreciate it. We talked about the 3 different types of sport bikes. So if you're just now joining in, just wait for this video to go up public. Save the share link because you can watch it. It's going to be unlisted until it goes up. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll see you later.